Is color? Color is a very broad and general term, and in art it's used to create visual interest, evoke emotions, set the mood, and create depth. It is described by hue, value, and intensity. But let's get more specific. Hue is the name of pure colors without tints, shades, or tones. Value, which is the lightness or darkness of a color, and intensity, which is where the purity of a color determines its relative brightness or dullness. For example, if you're using this cerulean blue color straight from the tube, you can adjust its brightness or dullness by creating tints, tones, or shades. You can also dull the color by adding its complement color, orange. Now, let's consult the rainbow wheel. This one is mine, and while you don't need to purchase one, you can always find one online, but I do find it helpful to have one on hand. Anyways, the colors on this outer ring are hues, aka pure colors. They include, but are not limited to, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. You have your primary colors red, yellow, and blue, or if you prefer, magenta, yellow, and cyan. Whatever floats your boat. This one also includes secondary and tertiary colors, which are the colors in between the primary colors. Secondary colors are colors that are made by mixing primary colors together, and tertiary colors are made by mixing primary colors and their adjacent secondary colors. There are also helpful color schemes that can be used to help you color your art. These include complementary, which is when you're using two colors that are directly opposite from each other on the color wheel. Split complementary, which is where you're using any color with two colors on each side of its complement. Triad, using three colors equally spaced from each other on the color wheel. Tetrad, using a combination of four colors on the wheel that are two sets of complements. Monochromatic, which is where you're using any tint, tone, or shade of just one color. And analogous, which is where you're using colors that are adjacent to each other on the color wheel. Colors, or lack thereof, are very powerful and can influence others on how your art is to be perceived. Blues can evoke feelings of calmness or sadness, reds can evoke feelings of anger and fear, yellows can evoke feelings of joy or excitement. There's a lot of psychology and symbolism surrounding colors and how they can be interpreted, but for the sake of time, we'll keep it simple for now. Maybe in the future I'll get into more detail, but don't be afraid to do your own research in the meantime. If you struggle with color, like me, try using simple color schemes like analogous or monochromatic color schemes to dip your feet in. I personally struggle with coloring my artwork and have only recently started to get the hang of things, so don't worry too much if you're not really getting it right away. Color picking can be difficult, and there's no shame in not getting it right away, even on your first, second, or even 30th attempt. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time when I discuss our final element of art, texture.